Hello and welcome to another week of Feature in Focus. My name is Brandy and we have Monica here again today. And today we'll be going over our two-way texting feature that some packages have included in their account, and for many others, it is an upgraded feature that you can add on to your current subscription only monthly. And we'll be kind of going over how to activate that feature, how to use it, how to text back and forth with candidates, and then we'll also be going over how to automate some bulk text messages to kind of save you guys some time. So with that, Monica, if you want to introduce yourself, and then we'll kind of start talking about the value of texting and kind of the why texting is the new best way to communicate with your candidates.
Absolutely. Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar. As Brady mentioned, my name is Monica, and I'm over here on the service team. We are super excited to have everyone here. And as always, if you want to ask us a question, please feel free to utilize that chat option and ask us any questions during today's webinar. It is live and in person, so we would be more than happy to answer those. And as always, if you have to leave at any portion during today, no problem. A recording will be sent to you afterwards. So absolutely, let's start going over why should you even use texting? I mean, you have email features, things like that. So where does the value really come from texting your candidates?
Yeah.
So I would say, me personally, I don't know about you guys, but how many of you that are currently watching today have your phone within a hand's reach, right? Now, when you think about communications in today's society in general, right? I mean, there are so many people out there that have thousands of emails that haven't even been open yet, right? And when you think about applying for an opportunity, at the end of the day, if there are multiple jobs out there for candidates, we want it to be as easy as possible for them to understand what the expectations are to actually make sure that, for example, the assessment is getting completed. So this has been a really great tool and method because at the end of the day, for any candidates that are applying from the job boards, they are opting into receiving communications from you, the employer, because they're searching for a job opportunity. It only makes sense that you're allowed to reach out to them. So as Brandy mentioned, this is a really great integration tool that you can send custom two-way text messages, or if you want to create just one template and send it out to all new candidates as soon as they apply. We'll be going over these resources to, again, just ensure that candidates are in the know, whether it's scheduling an interview, reminding them about taking the assessment, if you want to get availability for when they would be able to come in or schedule that first interview. A lot of great resources that we can use just this one feature for. So we're super excited to go over where it's at in the system, how we can actually add this to the account, and what it will look like.
Yeah. And one thing to kind of touch on too, if a candidate is applying to your job, more than likely they are probably applying to a handful of other jobs, and plenty more emails are coming through, people reaching out. So this is really one giving that initial what's the word I want to use? Your first impression of like thanking them for applying, welcoming them, reminding them of the assessment. As Monica said, if they're getting a lot of emails, this is kind of that quick first impression of saying, thank you for applying. We're reviewing your resume. We're taking a look at things. We'd love to schedule an interview, and just really to speed up that process. Um, so I will share my screen and we will start to dive into where this is located in our account. So, like I mentioned, some of our subscriptions do have texting included, where the majority of them, this is an upgraded feature for you guys. So to see if you guys have texting included, if you have it, maybe you haven't activated it yet, right up here in the top of your screen, you'll have a little SMS icon. So if you click that, if you need to purchase SMS, you will see the option to purchase right through here. If you have it included, but you have not activated it yet, a screen will pop up letting you pick what phone number you would like to use for your texting. And if you already have this feature activated, you will see your texting number right up here at the top. So this is something you can kind of write down, make note of. This will be the phone number that is assigned to your account. that all of the candidates will receive text messages from. So you do have the option when you first activate it to pick through a few. It tries to go off of your local area. However, it really depends on what's available in your area. So it might be a little limited. But the nice thing to keep in mind is this is all funneled through your Ideal Traits account. So you're not having to give out your personal cell phone, your personal number to any of these candidates. When they reply back to these text messages, it is through your account. So it really keeps your privacy. Also, if the candidate's not a good fit, you haven't given away your information and you can kind of keep that professional and separate from your own personal life. So this little SMS icon up here, this kind of works like your messaging app on your cell phone. So when you open your messages, you have a list of all your past conversations right here on the left-hand side. If you wanted to search someone in your messages, you can come right here to this drop down and you are able to search for candidates here. So if you're like, hey, I want to text back so-and-so, you can look right here, search their name, send them a quick text. When you do log in, so let's say yesterday you sent out a bunch of texts, this morning you're logging back in to see who replied, you will see a little notification icon right next to this SMS, and that will let you know if you have some unread text messages. You also have the option to turn on email notifications if you want to get emails for when you have a handful of unread text messages. With those email notifications, it does not go off every single text message, which would be a little bit of an overkill because some people are sending hundreds of text messages. So if you have a text message that goes a couple hours without being opened, then you will get an email letting you know, hey, you have 5 unread text messages, log back in to view these. So just keep that in mind. It won't email you every single text message because if you're having conversation, that can get a little bit tedious. So the best way to kind of get familiar with sending text messages is if you are on your candidates tab. So let's kind of think about this in your hiring process. You have a new apply that comes in. You go to click on it. Let's click into Trevor. We'll take a look at. So you review their resume. You review their personality result. You take a look through those short answers. Maybe they took the video interview. You're kind of looking through all the data that has come in. You're like, hey, I want to move forward with Trevor and invite him to an interview or let him know we're reviewing his application. Or maybe Trevor hasn't taken the personality assessment yet, but you love his resume. And you're like, I want to reach out to him. Along the right-hand side, you'll see that SMS icon again right through the candidate profile. If you click that, this is opening up a pop-up to text Trevor directly. So you have a lot of different options here. You have the option to insert variables, so you can pull his name, pull the position, include your company website, your company name, really anything you want to kind of break down this text message to be exactly how you'd like. You also have the option for some conversation starters. So these are some templates that we've entered in there for you already. As Monica kind of mentioned, our most popular is this one at the very bottom saying, thank you for applying, and then reminding them to check their email to look for that assessment to get it started because they might not see it right at the top of their email. So you can select any of these. It'll populate it right down here. You are also welcome to make any edits you want to this text message. So if you use one of the templates, but you're like, hey, I want to kind of reword it to be this or add a couple of words, feel free to customize this however you'd like. You will see there is a character limit, so keep that in mind. And then you were able to send this right off. So keep that in mind. When Trevor replies, you will see it through your text, the SMS that we showed you in the beginning. You'll kind of be able to go back and forth communicating and talking with each other. I'll put a fake phone number in for Trevor, so probably why it's not sending to him right at the moment.
Yeah.
But so that is how you can kind of text individually, one by one. Obviously, that gets a little tedious if you are texting one by one with every candidate if maybe you're wanting to do that. Thank you for applying. So next, we're going to be going over how to build a workflow to automate these text messages that are going out. So up here in your settings gear, and if you guys came to one of our first features in focus, we went over building a workflow. So it might be a little bit of a refresher if you came about a month ago. But in your settings gear down towards the bottom, we are going to click automated workflows. So everyone has one free automated workflow in their account. You are welcome to purchase additional ones. So if you already have a workflow set up, you're looking to maybe upgrade, add a few more, you can definitely purchase additional right through your account. But for us today, I got nothing in here. We are going to click this add new button, and we are going to build out a workflow to send a text message. So step one, always make sure you are naming your workflow. So we'll say new candidate text message. So just a refresher for you guys, if you haven't built a workflow yet, you will always have to pick a trigger. And this is something that's going to happen within the account to activate that text message. What you want to happen to then the account know, send a text message because this event has happened. So for us, we're going to do when a new candidate applies.
And
And
Brandy,
with
really quick too, do you mind just staying on the new candidate applies drop down option just to give them an idea just of what different options that they have, right? So for example, a new candidate applies, that's what we're going to set up today for the text message, but maybe you want to do it once they complete the assessment for potentially getting some availability, right? Maybe scheduling an interview, things like that. So depending as to what your hiring journey needs and needs maybe some automations for, that's why Brandy had mentioned, even if we want to start up this intro text message for as soon as they apply, no worries. We can set this one up as well as another workflow for messaging them for availability, things like that, scheduling that interview, whatever you need. Let us know, and we can always, schedule one-on-one calls and help you set this up as well.
Yeah, that is a huge thing. If you guys get into this today and you're like, oh my gosh, I'm really struggling here, as Monica said, schedule a call with us, but also right down here on the right, you got always our chat available. Trevor would be happy to kind of help you walk through setting up a workflow, any help you need along the way. So for today, we'll do new candidate applies. So I want to build a workflow that when someone new applies, I thank them for applying. I remind them of that assessment. So a couple cool features too with the workflows. So we can add a delay if you wanted to maybe wait 30 minutes and then that text message goes out just to be a little delayed so it doesn't look automated. In some other instances, maybe you want it to go out a day later, you have that option. You also have the option to filter. So maybe you only want this text message to go to candidates who have 100% pre-qualifying score, or only to candidates who applied for a certain position, if maybe you're hiring for a few different positions. So you have the option to really filter it down to who exactly you want to get this text message. For me, I say send everyone a text. Thank you for applying. We really appreciate it. It's a great warm welcome. And again, that first impression, you don't want to hold back until you can kind of look at that resume and review it yourself. So I'm not going to add any filter. So then next you do the action. So this is where we are going to select that we want to send a text. So again, you have lots of options here. We can send an email. We can send that video interview. You can send a text internally. So maybe you are traveling out of the office today. You still want to get a text or notifications when candidates are applying. You can actually have the system text you personally and let you know when a new candidate has applied or an assessment has been complete, which is a really great feature as well. But for today, we'll just do send text message. So now every time a new candidate applies, a new text message is going to be sent to them. And then the same as when we were in that messaging app, we have the option to build out our text message. So we have the variables again, we can kind of build it out, but also we have these conversation starters over here. So I'm going to grab this very bottom one that says, thank you for applying with, and it will fill in our company name. Please check your email and complete the assessment to finalize your application. So just reminding the candidate, you're not done yet. You need to take that assessment. So if you guys want to add, delete, customize that any bit, make those couple changes here. And then once you are ready, you will click this activate workflow button down here. And one thing I love about workflows too is before it activates, you get this nice screen that just kind of gives you an overview of what workflow you are about to activate in your account. So once I click activate, it is going to start texting. So anytime I get a new candidate, it will send them that welcome text message right away. So I'm going to click activate. And there we go. It is now live. So if you ever want to verify that your workflow is working, you can go to the Candidates tab and look within a candidate's comments and activity, and you will actually see the back and forth. So if I were to get a new application right now, and I go to the candidate's comments and activities, so I'll click into Trevor, and then right here, your comments and activities, you will be able to see new that he applied, and then you would see text message, he entered the workflow, SMS, or however I named it. I think it was new candidate, text message sent. You will see that text actually be sent out. So you can always verify and make sure candidates are going through that workflow. But to keep in mind, Trevor applied before I activated that workflow. So he will not enter that. So just keep in mind, it's only after you activate that workflow that they'll start getting those text messages or whatever else you set up as well. But yeah, well, we have our chat open if anyone has any questions kind of getting those text messages set up. Anything I kind of missed, Monica?
Oh, I think you did a really great job at going over all the key things, Brandy. And to her point at the beginning, I mean, let's stop using your personal cell phones. Let's make it everything easier. This way, you're not getting a text at 2 o'clock in the morning saying, hey, did I get the job? Let's keep it easy, simple, and use the texting feature within your awesome Ideal Trades account to easily message those candidates. We did get one question just about missing the first portion of the meeting. So really quick, Brandy, what I'll have you do is if you don't mind just showing one more time where they can access this texting feature within their account.
Yeah, so to verify if you have texting included or if you still need to set it up, right up here in this right-hand corner, you have our little SMS icon. So if you click into that, this is going to, if you already have the feature activated, this will open up just like your messaging app. If you need to set this feature up, it will pop up a window for you to do the setup and select your phone number. And then if you need to purchase SMS, it is $39 a month. So it is a monthly subscription. So if you, let's say, are really hiring right now, you're looking to fill a role pretty quickly, you want to activate SMS texting right now, you can activate it for the month. Maybe you only need it 2 months, and then you can turn that feature off. So you're not having to pay for it constantly. You can turn it on and off based on kind of a monthly subscription. So if you do need a purchase, you'll be able to purchase right through here. And then if you do ever need to cancel that SMS texting, you can just pop in our chat, shoot us an email, reach out, and we can get that canceled for you if you're not using it still. So did that answer the question, Monica?
Yeah, that was a great answer, Brandy. Thank you so much for that. And this page actually gives a really great example. We had another question come in as to what number would they be using, right, to send out that message and such. So when you go to create your Ideal Trades SMS texting package, right, like if you're brand new, just getting ready to start using it, you will actually be directed to choose which number you want to use. So there'll be like a list of probably like 6 to 9 different phone numbers there. You will be able to choose whichever one maybe matches your agency the best, whichever one visually looks the most appealing to you. It's completely up to you. But then this way, you will have that specified dedicated number solely for texting your candidates, reaching out to them. And that way you don't have to use your cell phone. They don't have access to that phone number or anything like that to continue those communications and just have everything done within the system. That was a great question though.
Perfect. And one more thing I'll touch on too. So for anyone who does want to get those email notifications about their unread text messages, we'll touch on that real quickly too. So up in the top right in our settings gear, if you come down to this third one of hiring settings, you do have the option to click on your notifications, and then you are able to add any emails you want to get those SMS text alerts. So just a reminder, if you want to get an email kind of when you have unread text messages, maybe if you're someone that's not logging in every single morning at the first thing in the morning, you can get an email when you do have those unread just to stay on top of it. Make sure you're communicating back with those candidates. So awesome. Well, any other final questions coming in?
That I think was the last one. I just wanted to make sure I got them over a chat explanation as well. But no, I think that was really it. And to Brandy's point as well in the beginning is that if anyone here needs any sort of assistance, whether it's about texting, automated workflows, if you want to figure out other key features, right? We do have that marketplace option to the right of our help option. So if you ever need anything, please reach out to us. You can even schedule on my personal calendar, Monica, and I'll personally reach out at whatever day and time you select and make sure we're going all these great features and bringing that enthusiasm to every call. But thank you guys so much for joining today, being a part of this series and asking a lot of great questions to get a better insight to help out your hiring journey.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, we will see you guys all next week for our next feature in focus, and then reach out if you need us, and we will see you guys next week. Bye now.
Awesome. Bye, you guys.